Hello, my baby. Yes, this video is all about you. Because I want to keep you safe, baby. Hello, friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about pet-safe plants, which means you can have them around your pets and you don't have to worry if they do ingest them, because a lot of houseplants are poisonous to pets. So here are some of my favorite, a little bit more uncommon in some cases, pet-safe plants. I do want to say though, before I give them to you, that although they are safe for the pet to eat, I wouldn't suggest it. One, for the sake of our plants, because we don't want them to kill our plants or eat our plants, because then we don't have as many plants. And also, eating too much of anything that's like not meant for them is not going to be great for them. It won't kill them, but it's probably not going to be healthy. So I would avoid it if you possibly can. My name is Emma. If you don't know me already, I make houseplanting content all over the internet, so if you want to follow along with my houseplant journey and learn something along the way, subscribe to my channel and watch some more of my videos. Right, let's get into these pet-safe plants. Oh my god, she's so freaking cute. She's in my lap right now. Yeah, yeah, I can't help it but love you, yeah. Okay, I guess I have to talk with her on my lap, so sorry if that's distracting, but she's so cute, I can't help it. And this video is kind of about her, so like, it's fine. So this plant right here is a Musa Dwarf, also known as a banana plant. They can be really, really great if you want like a big pet safe plant in your home. This one is a little bit small. It was a lot bigger before, but I think I was struggling with humidity with it, and it kept like opening leaves within other leaves, and it just like was really tight and tearing, and so I kind of chopped it almost all the way back to like a single leaf, and now it's actually growing so much better. The leaves are a little bit more separated than they were before, and they're just growing bigger and bigger, so I'm actually really glad I did it. It was really ugly for a while, and it still looks a bit weird having such a small plant in like quite a large pot, but I absolutely love this one. It loves a bit more bright sun than a lot of other pet safe plants, so it's perfect for a spot that gets a bit more sunlight throughout the day. I have this one like a meter away from a southwest facing window, and it gets quite a lot of afternoon light, so that's why I put it there, and it's like perfectly happy just living there. I don't actually give it that much care. I just kind of water it when it's dry and let it live its life, and it's freaking loving it. So next up we have this one. This is a Ludicia discolor, aka a jewel orchid. They have like really gorgeous dark red or green leaves, and a lot of them have really striking, almost neon-y. This one has kind of neon-y pink veins, but other ones have like neon green or yellow veins, and so they have like a really nice large contrast, and they're a bit more of a bushy one as well, and a very easy grower. I've, to be honest, not paid that much attention to this plant, and it has been perfectly fine. They also flower, which is fun, so if you want one that flowers, this could be a good option for you, because the flowers are cute and white and really little, and just overall, it's a really nice plant. Yeah, you like this one? No thank you, I'd prefer if you didn't, even though it's okay. This is a Phlebodium aurum, also known as a blue star fern. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed with this sort of like silvery blue gray foliage. It's just absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, mine's not like the happiest in the world because I've not been giving it the humidity it needs. These like a quite high humidity, and mine's only living in like 40 to 50% most of the time, which is a bit low for these ones. They would absolutely freaking love a spot in a well-lit bathroom. Like if your bathroom gets bright and direct light, this will freaking thrive in there because it'll get the steam from your showers and stuff like that, and absolutely freaking love it. They do like to stay a bit moister than a lot of the other houseplants in this list, So I try and water when it's only like 50% dry rather than 75 or 100% dry like a lot of the other ones. But I don't stick to that very well. I tend to water it at a fairly similar time as my other ones, which isn't ideal, and that is why I'm getting some like more crispy spots. But to be honest, it's still doing absolutely brilliantly, and I can't be mad because it's just stunning. It's so pretty, I love it. This next plant is a chlorophytum, better known as a spider plant. I'm surprised I didn't talk about this one the first time around. I must have not had one at the time, but it is a very common houseplant and typically pretty good for beginners, as they're said to be really easy care plants, which is amazing. Unfortunately, that's not the experience I've had with them. I've really struggled with spider plants. I've just never really been able to keep one happy, and I'm still not sure why. I've like tried to neglect them, I've tried to give them more care. Nothing's worked for me, so I'm not too sure. I'm hoping this is the time. Hopefully this one continues to live, as I don't think I have many more attempts in me. And I have previously said that I was never gonna get any more, so hopefully this one is the one to live for me. If your cat specifically eats these, they are mildly hallucinogenic to them, so you might see them like become obsessed with it, kind of like they would catnip. So if you don't want your cats getting high, maybe don't give them this one, but if they do eat it, it's not toxic and they should be fine, just a little bit high. This is the next plant, this tiny little thing. This is a Tillandsia, aka an air plant, and they are another really great cat safe plant. These are great low maintenance plants. To be honest, I do nothing to this one. I don't think I've watered it in literal months, and it's been completely okay. Depending on where you live, you might need to water them up to like once a week. And by that I mean just like dunking it in some water, letting it soak for a little while, shaking it out to make sure there's no water sitting in it, and then letting it dry. I did have a couple more of these, but I think I was watering them too often, to be honest, and they ended up getting rotty and died. But since I started ignoring this one completely, it has been doing perfectly fine, living its best air plant life and having a good time. And the good thing about air plants is that they don't need to be in soil, so you don't have to worry about the mess of that, and they can pretty much go anywhere. They don't need high light or anything like that. I would be aware though of just like having them out on surfaces, because I feel like it looks very similar to a cat toy. So just be aware that your cat might have a little bit of fun with these, more fun than you would want. But if they do end up eating them, they're not gonna give them any sort of bad reaction or anything like that. This next plant I only have a very small one of. It is a Pepperomia, and all Pepperomias are pet safe, which makes them even better. So any sort of Pepperomia that you like will be perfectly fine around your pets. I only have this really tiny one, and to be honest, I don't even know what type this one is. I was given it as a gift, as like a little bonus secret surprise, so I'm not too sure what it is. If you know what type of Pepperomia this is, let me know down in the comments, because that would make my life a little bit easier. But I grew this one from a single stem cutting, and like not even with a node, just a stem, because Pepperomia are so freaking easy to propagate, like the easiest. All you need is like even part of a leaf and you can get it to root and grow. So I'm pretty sure this is the original leaf that I grew it from. And after this grew, I took off the main leaf, or it kind of fell off. But I decided to like put it in water again, and oh my goodness, it's got more roots and like a couple more little baby plants on there. So like you could almost have infinite Pepperomias, which is pretty freaking surreal. Like I could just keep growing them from this one plant. How insane is that? Love it. I've still yet to get a good grip on Pepperomias though. I have, I think, overwatered a lot of them in the past. They need a little bit less water in my experience than a lot of other tropical plants, so just be aware of that if you're getting one of these. They're a bit more succulent-y. They're not succulents, but succulent-y than some other plants, so you won't need to water them quite as much as you would like your aeroids. This next plant is a Pelargonium Polka. I've basically just been propagating this one for the past like year and a half since I've had it. I got it as quite a small cutting from a mystery plant swap ages and ages and ages ago, but it's just been living in moss this entire time, and it's been perfectly happy doing that. And I've even like taken propagations from it since to give to other people, and it's been totally fine. It's got these gorgeous sort of velvety, almost turtle looking leaves. They're very, very small, but they've got gorgeous red backs to them. I've never actually seen them be sold in like a plant shop, given I don't think I've looked either, but I've just not seen it. So I think they're a bit more uncommon, but they're absolutely gorgeous and super easy to care for. Just living in moss, and it's been perfectly fine. Next up, we have the Streptocarpus, also known as an African violet. These plants are like very compact, and they have these gorgeous fuzzy leaves. They are so freaking soft. On the top and the bottom, they're fuzzy. Like, look at that, how friggin' cute. And they're fairly easy growers. This is another one that I've just kind of sat and forgot on countless occasions, and it's been perfectly fine. That's probably why mine hasn't flowered. I should probably put this like on a windowsill or somewhere a little bit brighter to encourage flowering if you're giving them like high light. Maybe not too much bright and direct sun, but some they can tolerate. Then they will give you some beautiful, gorgeous flowers, and that's kind of the goal with these ones. I think without the flowers, they're a little bit just like, okay, but with the flowers, they're absolutely stunning. I'll put in a picture here of what they look like flowering. The flowers are insane, so they're just a nice little fuzzy plant. Also, I've not tried it myself, but I've heard these are very, very easy to propagate through leaf cuttings. This one had been propagated through a leaf cutting from my aunt, who gave it to me as a gift, so they are fairly simple to propagate. If that's something you want to do, you could make more of these quite easily. And even though I've not given it like ideal conditions, I think these leaves in here are new, and so it's still a very happy plant, and I do quite like the fuzziness of its leaves. They're very, very soft. Almost like your pet, you could pet this. But your pet can nibble on it and it wouldn't be the end of the world either. And then last but not least for this video is the Sisalis discolor, or the Rex begonia vine. It's not actually a begonia, but they are super gorgeous, and they've got these sort of begonia-esque leaves, and they grow like a freaking weed. They remind me much more of outdoor plants. You know, the ones that like just grow along and they've got tendrils that like spiral around things and like grab onto things to climb up. This one does that. It's got a tendril up here that's looking for something to grab onto. I should maybe like put it around there to see if it can latch on. But they're absolutely great plants to put on a trellis, as they'll just climb right up it. And they tend to be a little bit easier in propagation as well. I've had this plant twice through propagation, but they are a little bit more fragile. Their leaves are very, very thin. And so if they get knocked or damaged, they can like go a bit crunchy crispy. They can go brown quite easily and drop leaves quite easily. So they're, I'd say, a bit more of a high maintenance plant, but once you get the conditions right, they just like grow like absolute crazy. So if you want something that's a little bit different and a little bit more potentially hard work on your part, but like produces this amazing growth with like insane purple backs to the leaves, like what? Then a Sisalis discolor is the plant for you. I've only had this one in moss. I'm thinking about transferring it to soil fairly soon because it's got like insane roots in there. I think it's definitely time to upgrade it to something a little bit more long-term. Also because it's like kind of floppy in here. It's not the most stable for its trellis that it's on, but so far it's been pretty happy and it looks absolutely stunning, so it's perfect. So that is it. That is 9 more pet safe plants. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up down below and leave a comment if you want me to talk about any more of these plants in more detail. If you want like care videos or anything like that for any of them, let me know down in the comments, or any other houseplanty stuff you'd like to see from me. Put it down there and I read all the comments, so I'll get there eventually. And subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! Spin, spin. That worked really well. Good. Okay.